I'm coming to your country with my wife, crossing desert skies and the seas of life, not just as a traveler with eyes full of dreams, but as a man whose heart with her love redeems. We walk together, steps in the golden sand, her fingers lay softly within my hand. To your land of beauty, of soul and grace, we bring our love to share in this place. She is my moon in your Arabian night, my guiding star in the soft twilight. And as your breeze welcomes us with song, know that with her, I always belong. So greet us not as strangers from afar, but as hearts that beat beneath the same star. In your gardens, our love will bloom anew, in your winds, our vows will remain true. I am coming to your country with my wife, with a promise of peace, with love and life. I am coming to your country with my wife, not as a stranger nor a wandering soul, but as a man whose journey is shaped by love, with a heart that carries more than just his own. She walks beside me, a queen without crown, yet every glance from her humbles the dawn, the dawn. The sun rises jealous of her quiet light, and the moon dims at the beauty she shone. We pass through your mountains, your valleys wide. We hear your call in the winds that glide. O noble land of pride and tradition, we come with love, not for permission. In her eyes is my home, in her voice my song. With her, every foreign land feels like it belongs. She speaks with silence, grace in her breath. She is the peace that calms life's unrest. Your country, like poetry written in stone, with dunes that echo every heartfelt tone, welcomes the dreamers, the faithful, the kind, and we bring with us stories intertwined. I see your falcon soar across open skies, and I think of how free her spirit flies. I see the horses run with fierce pride, and I hold her hand, my love, my guide. She wears the desert strength in her soul, and in her laugh, I hear the Oud's low roll. We are not just visitors seeking sights, but carriers of vows, of sacred rites, of sacred rites. From palm-filled oases to mosques at night, we'll offer prayers under minaret light. For this love we share is not just our own. It is blessed by the stars, by the seeds we've sown. Let the poets write, let the oud strings play. We've arrived with love and we plan to stay. Not in the land, perhaps, but in its song and the verses your people will carry along. So know this, O land of the proud and free. I am coming to your country with sheep, the heart of my heart, the life of my life, of my life. I am coming to your country with my wife. I am coming not just to touch your land, but to let your earth touch my soul, my hand. With her beside me, the journey unfolds, a tale more precious than silver or gold. We have crossed borders carved by fate, and time itself paused to contemplate. In every village, in every street, we find echoes of hearts that quietly beat. Your children smile like blessings from above, and in their eyes, I see mirrors of love. They do not ask where we belong, for in love's presence, no soul is wrong. She kneels beside an old woman there, helping her rise with a whispered prayer. And I know then what true beauty means, not silk or jewels, but silent scenes. We walk through your souks, your fragrant stalls, spices and voices and rhythmic calls. Hennaed hands date sweet with sun, hospitality flowing, second to none. She dances not with steps, but grace. And the way she listens, the way she embraces. To every elder, she bows with respect, and they bless her with eyes that reflect. We pray beneath your endless skies, where the music's voice soars high and wide. Her veil flows softly in the evening breeze, like desert palms swaying with ease. She is not mine to own, but to trust, like water held gently in sacred dust. And in your land, so noble and wise, she shines beneath your sunlit sky. O land of camels, and stories told by firelight whispers and nights of old. We come not with pride, but with open hearts, to learn your poetry, your ancient arts. Let the oud sing softly while we rest. Let the stars look down on our love confessed. Here under your moon we lay our heads, grateful for every word unsaid. And when we leave, we will not depart, for a part of your country stays in our heart. In her eyes, I'll always see your face, in our steps, your rhythm, your grace. So remember, if you see a couple past two shadows dancing on sunlit grass, that once a man came with his beloved bride and left a love that will never hide. I am coming to your country with my wife, with peace in our hands and a shared life. Not just to witness, but to belong in the land of silence, of prayer and song. I am coming not as a guest in haste, but with footsteps measured, full of grace. With my wife, whose presence calms the air, we seek not riches, but stories to share. Your country breathes with ancient light, with stars that guided prophets at night, and we walk gently, hearts awake, in reverence for every step we take. She speaks with kindness in every tongue, with eyes that sing though no words are sung. She learns your customs, your noble ways, like a student of beauty, lost in praise. From Bedouin tents to marble halls, from quiet gardens to bustling stalls, she is at home in every place. The world softens beneath her grace. The call to prayer breaks the golden hush, and we pause together in a sacred rush. Facing Qibla, we bow as one, grateful for blessings that have begun. Your poet's verses hang in the wind, and I feel their rhythm beat within. It's not just the land, it's the way you live, the way you cherish, the way you give. She listens to a shepherd in the shade as he speaks of storms and deals he made. She laughs, she nods, she knows his song, the music of those who've wandered long. I see her holding a child's small hand, planting flowers in this desert sand. And I know then what forever means, not time, but moments stitched between. She wears no crown but walks like a queen, with dignity quiet, subtle, serene. And in your land, her soul takes flight like a dove returning at the end of night. We sit beneath your ancient trees, and she whispers stories to the breeze of how we met, of vows we swore, of all we had, and yet wanted more. We write no letter, sign no scroll, but your land has written on our soul a verse of peace, a line of grace, a memory time will not erase. So when your sons speak of this time, tell them love once crossed every line, not just on maps, but in the heart, in every smile, in every start. We did not come to take or claim, but to honor your land, to praise your name, to leave behind what love can give, a poem, a kiss, a way to live. I am coming to your country with my wife, with hope in our hands and dreams alive. Let the world bear witness to our days of love that lived in your sunlit rays. I am coming to your country with my wife, not just in this moment, but for life. For every land we walk together becomes a home despite the weather. She looks at your skies with quiet awe, like reading verses from divine law. She says that this land remembers dreams, and I know what her quiet wonder means. We stand by the sea as the ships drift by, and she asks if hearts can learn to fly. Yes, I say, when they are unafraid, when they love without needing to trade. We are not tourists chasing the sun, nor strangers looking for a fleeting run. We came to learn how other hearts beat, to sit at new tables, to break bread and eat. She listens to your elders' tales of desert winds and moonlit trails, of tribes that moved with stars as maps, of whispered prayers and woven raps. And she learns, oh, how she learns, with patience while the incense burns. She memorizes more than names. She carries your echoes in her frame. The children run through streets with glee, and she smiles as if she's always been free. They braid her hair with ribbons and thread, and she gives them songs from lands she's read. One evening, beneath your jasmine sky, we saw a wedding procession pass by. Drums beating, lanterns swinging in hand, and she said softly, and now I understand. Understand what? I asked with care, and she replied, why we chose to come here. This is not just a land on a map, it's a chapter, a sacred gap. A pause in time where our hearts unfold, where silence speaks and hands can hold more than just touch. They hold truth. They hold the weight of shared youth. And in that moment, I knew she was right, that we had found a softer light, not from stars or lamps above, but from the presence of living love. Your country held us like a gentle friend, with no demand, with no pretend. It gave us nothing we could touch, and yet it gave us everything as such. We etched our initials in stone, not to mark it, but to be known. That we came here not to claim or change, but to add to the wind. Something strange, two voices, foreign, soft and new, speaking love in your native hue. And maybe one day, someone will find our echo lingering in the wind's kind mind. So tell your falcons when they fly, that once two lovers passed nearby, that they left no monument, no gold or knife, just the truth. I came to your country with my wife. I am coming to your country with my wife, where silence speaks louder than strife, where the sand remembers every name, and love arrives without shame.